Welcome everyone to Slow Flow. We'll take a seat in a seat that you feel comfortable, either Vajrasana, a hero pose with the block supporting and just flexed knees there, or we could have the block this way and Sukhasana pose. And so that helps us to get a really tall spine, and I have my knees down on the mat, and that helps to tilt the pelvic girdle anteriorly forward. Helps to sit us up tall. Let's roll our shoulders up, back and down. Shoulder blades hugging around the back of the heart as we lift through the perineum, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, belly drawing a navel to the spine gently, and then tucking the chin, Jalandhara Bandha, our energy seals. If you would like to take Dhyana Mudra, it's the left palm cupping the right one, and the thumbs make a little circle. So that's the infinite supreme consciousness, the circle symbol. And this is a mudra, a sacred gesture that is often depicted with the Buddha, sitting in this, holding this beautiful energy of tranquility, inner peace, concentration. So coming to stillness and finding that tall spine, allowing prana to flow and opening the chakras and nadis intentionally as we inhale in through the nose and out through the mouth for a couple of breaths before we find our nasal breath. And so when we find that nasal breath, we start to exhale for a little longer than the in-breath. We're finding our coherence breathing with that longer exhalation. We might count in for 4 or 5, and the out breath is 6, 7 or 8. And as we relax our shoulders down, lift the crown tall, and feel our body in this shape. Notice our silhouette and the contours and lines of our body, feeling very connected to the earth through our feet and seat. And as we breathe in now, allow the breath to flow through the heart, in and out through the heart, as we start to cultivate feelings of gratitude, self-compassion. Inviting this energy down through Sushumna, the central meridian, down through the chakras, through Muladhara, the base, and into the Earth Star, down deeply to the heart of Mother Earth, Gaia. And we're never separate, we're always connected, but we're enhancing that connection now as we breathe in and up the energy of Mother Earth. Perhaps feeling a heart expansion with receiving that beautiful support and nurturance of the earth. And then as we continue to breathe with coherent breath, energy rising up through high heart, throat, ajna, third eye, and the crown, through stellar gateway to cosmic heart, supreme consciousness, divine source, whatever beautiful name you give to that infinite unconditional love. Inviting this energy to flow through us more freely as it radiates in from every direction. Heart filling with more compassion, self-acceptance and gratitude. And if we have an intention for our practice this morning, a good time to feel into what that might be, offering it up for ourselves for some reason or another, or Ishvara Pranidhana for the greater good. So beauties, we'll inhale and release our mudra, arms floating out beyond the body, looking up, finding Anjali, prayer hands as we exhale out through the mouth. And we'll inhale again, a beautiful big reach up and drawing the prana down through the crown, through the heart and down into the earth. Inhaling now to chant 3 beautiful Oms. Chanting is a pranayama, it's udgit, and we notice the reverberations through our body and the resonant chambers. So coming to remove our block now, and we'll find ourselves lying down and just bringing the feet back as wide as the mat and allowing the knees to drop in. We're just flattening out that lower curve, the greater curve in the spine, and just feeling how it feels to let the shoulder blades nestle in and melt down. And then we'll bring the feet in and draw the knees up, hugging them in, lifting the shoulders, tucking chin, forehead to knees as we exhale. On the inhale, we'll open the body and slide the hands out, arms reaching long, feet extending, and then we'll exhale and curl up into our little ball, really drawing the navel down to spine. This time on the inhale, you might like to slide the feet above the mat a little way, or maybe all the way as we reach, and then exhale, curl into our ball, Apanasana, and then stretching long. In our morning stretch, you might be floating your feet, or they may be down on the mat. And last time, curling into our little ball. Inhaling and placing the feet down, soles of the feet down. We'll extend the right leg up, flex through that foot, and just take the hand behind the calf or the hamstring and gently draw that leg back towards us. Not bouncing, just holding still as we breathe now. Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose with that gentle constriction at the back of the throat. We're making the ocean breath sound. Inhale, and on the exhale, draw the shoulders up and bring the knee towards the forehead. And then inhale and open that leg, placing the ankle across the other knee. We're finding Kapotasana, our pigeon shape. And then placing hands down, we'll draw both legs up towards us. We're really using our core to lift both legs towards us. And now we'll reach in through the gap and maybe draw that left leg back towards us a little more. You may even like to place your right hand on the inner right knee and draw that knee out a little, just a gentle external hip rotation. And then we'll offer a little bit of movement side to side if that feels okay. Gentle rocking, massaging the lower back. And finding stillness now, we'll lay that right foot over to the left side, keeping our pigeon shape. That right sole of the foot comes down and the left leg in its bent position comes to the floor. We open out the arms, wingspan arms, palms up. Beautiful work. And now just tucking that right foot under the left knee, allow the right knee to come down towards the mat as you use your left hand to draw it down. So that right knee is drawing towards the mat and we're really opening through the right shoulder. You might look back to your right hand. Beautiful Supta Matsyendrasana with a little bind through the feet. Beautiful work. On the inhale, we'll come back to center and unwind those legs. Place the right sole of the foot down, left leg extends. Just feel how that feels for the hamstring to come used to this shape, this movement. And then we'll bring hands to calf or hamstring. Lift up using the core and bring the knee towards the forehead. Shoulders are off the floor and we're tucking the chin in. A couple of breaths here. And on the next inhale, we release. Place that ankle across the right knee now. We're flexing through that left foot. And then we use our core with hands placed down on the mat to lift both the legs back towards our body. Feel that lovely stretch through the left hip. And then we'll take our hands and reach through the gap. We might be able to draw both knees back towards us. Perhaps the left hand comes to the inner aspect of the left knee. And we gently open out external hip rotation there. We're using our Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. And then some gentle movement, rocking side to side. We're mobilizing and warming up through the hips. And then finding stillness will allow the left sole of the foot to come over to the outside of the right side of the mat. The knee is pointing skyward. We're opening arms out in a big wingspan, maybe looking back to left palm. Noticing our breath. If you feel to now, plug that left foot under the right knee and allow the left knee, drawing it down with the right hand towards the floor. Drawing in through Uddiyana Bandha, our navel to spine, lifting up through that corset. And on the inhale, we roll back to center and extend that leg, place the sole of the foot down, and we'll gently windshield wiper both knees side to side. Let's come to stillness and draw both knees in now. Tucking up one last time, and then we'll find happy baby. Both legs extended upwards. Bring the knees out and towards the underarms. We'll bring elbows inside knees and reach for the outer blade edge of our flexed feet. And then we'll plug the shoulder blades in, lengthen through the back of the neck, tucking chin to allow that, and plug those knees down, drawing the legs down towards the floor. Maybe a gentle rock side to side. Beautiful work, everyone. Lovely. Bringing knees in close together now, and we'll hug around our knees and roll onto one side, preparing to come up to a seat. We might be feeling just a little bit warm now, so I'm taking off my jacket. Lovely as if we find the block again, or you can sit on your mat if you like to. Moving into Kapalabhati breath. So I find an easy seat, modified Sukhasana here, and we'll bring either hands to the thighs with perhaps Gyan Mudra, or you can take Dhyana again and see how you feel with our Kapalabhati breath. So if you feel to take your hand to the belly, and on our exhalation through the nose, we draw the belly in strongly. So if you have your hand there, you can feel that action. Just do the exhalation and feel how it feels to have that strong drawing back of the core muscles towards the spine. So we'll start in our Kapalabhati, fire breath, shining skull breath. The inhalation takes care of itself. If you like to close eyes down, tall spine, and we'll start to exhale strongly in Kapalabhati. Taking a rest at any time. So the rhythm and continuity is the most important thing, rather than your speed. As you practice more, you may get a little quicker, but we're raising that Kundalini from the base chakra. Kundalini is everywhere, all the time, but it's accessing it and allowing, clearing the fields so that it can rise. And this is a Kriya breath, Shatkama, to clear residue and open the chakras. Taking a rest at any time, or if you want to come with me with a breath of fire, we're raising our arms up, tucking thumb in and lifting our, hey Ashton, lifting our hands up and just a little, could you find a space over the back there, darling? Welcome in, darling. A little bit late, honey. It's okay. Are we all okay?
Yeah.
So we've got 60 degrees here with our shoulders, and we're continuing with our Kapalabhati breath. Beautiful work, everyone. Continuing on, this is the breath of fire with the arms raised, and they call it an ego destroyer because it does take a lot of discipline, and I'm admiring and honouring your work here. Beautiful, beautiful Kapalabhati fire breath. We're lifting the Kundalini from the base, exhaling strongly, drawing the navel back with the out breath through the nose. The in-breath takes care of itself. Let's do 20 more seconds. Beautiful, everyone. Ten more seconds. Beautiful, strong work, everyone. In a moment, we're going to take an in-breath. In 3, 2, 1. Bring hands together, thumbs touch at the top. Hold the breath in. And exhale out through the mouth, bring hands down to heart center. Hold the breath out just for a little moment. Soft gaze or eyes closed, noticing sensations in and around the body. Take a breath at any time, but I will count you in to take a breath in 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. And out through the mouth. Silent. Beautiful work. Amazing. Lovely, everyone. Let's just roll the shoulders a little here. Can you feel that breath bringing some warmth into the body without much movement? It's so good for that, isn't it? Let's roll the shoulders the other way. Lovely work. So we're breathing in and out through the nose. We'll take our block away and we'll come back onto our mat with wide knees and feet together. As we inhale, tall spine, shoulders back and down, and then we'll lay the body down as we walk the hands forward, melting the heart down. Perhaps you have a block under your forehead, or perhaps your forehead is down completely on the mat. You're choosing what is right for you in our Balasana child pose with wide knees. Beautiful work. Lovely choices with the props, everyone. On the inhale, I invite you to come up to fingertips and look forward, stretching the arms long, keeping the body low. Exhale down and sweep left elbow to left knee, right hand out in front. On the next inhale, we lift up onto the fingertips of the left hand, stretching through the right side body. Exhaling down, And we'll do that again. We've swept over to the left side. Yep, beautiful work, everyone. And inhale, lift that right hand onto fingertips, and exhale back to center. Inhale, lift again. So we're just separating shoulder blades and lifting the body up, and then we exhale down and sweep right elbow to right knee. Left hand comes out in front of the right hand. Inhale to left fingertips, look up, and exhale down. Breathe into that left side body and anchor the left hip back as we inhale up and exhale down. Beautiful work. Inhale back to center and exhale, allow the whole body to melt down. Maybe you have your throat open here looking forward. I love to do that. It enables me to get lower. We're inhaling as we slide the hands back and bring the knees in together. Exhale as we move our hands forward and then place them either at shoulder distance apart, or they can be wider, or if it feels better, even narrow. Finding Anahatasana, our extended puppy, we allow the heart to melt down as we keep the hips in alignment with our knees. Our feet can be tucked so the toes are flexed, or we can have the top of the feet down. Beautiful. If you like to open the throat and look forward, that's an extension and an increase in the intensity of this stretch, and we don't have to. We could even have a block to the forehead in our extended puppy. Lovely back extension, beautiful work, everyone. Keeping those hips over knees. On the next inhale, sliding the hands back, and we'll tuck our toes under for our toe flexion, which I know everyone loves, toe yoga. We're bringing our pinkies out so that they are flexed as well. And then we'll find a tall spine, if that's okay. Shoulders rolling back and down, beautiful work. Draw in through Uddiyana Bandha, and we'll inhale arms up and exhale them down. Maybe the fingertips touch the ground, maybe not. Inhaling up, in and out through the nose, exhaling. Beautiful work. And now this time we'll place, I'll mirror you, place the left fingertips down. I won't mirror you, you just copy what I'm saying. And we'll inhale the right arm up and just tilt over. Keep that right shoulder back. Just checking how you're feeling. Beautiful work. Inhale, rise up, and we'll sway to the other side. Beautiful. Keeping that left shoulder back now. Has everyone forgotten about their toes? Yes. Beautiful work. Let's flow one more time. And also we've become a little accustomed to it, haven't we? We've kind of conditioned ourselves because we've been doing a little bit of toe yoga. Lovely work. And rising up. Inhale, come forward, untuck the toes, give them some love in that air there. And then bring them down, maybe tap them gently on the mat. Nice work. If it's okay for your knee flexion, and maybe you have a bolster in here if you would like. So in our little Vajrasana position, lovelies, we're going to inhale arms up and sweep the left one behind the body, and the right one comes up as we allow the hips to rise up and open the right side body. Exhale down and we'll sweep around to the other side, lifting that opposite arm up. It's like a little modified wild thing. We're using our breath as we exhale down and inhale open. Lovely. Flowing now as we lift up and inhale. Beautiful. As we come down this side now, we're placing our hand outside the mat, left hand outside, right leg extends, pointing through that toe, and inhaling the right arm up. Open through the heart, melt it forward. Beautiful work. And yes, we can exhale that arm over, keep the shoulder back. Feel a lovely long line of energy from the fingertips to the toes. Exhale down. Inhale, place the right hand over. Inhale as we sweep that left arm out and raise the left arm to sky. Beautiful. Exhale as we reach overhead and keeping that left shoulder back. Lovely long lines. Breathe into the left side body. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, sweeping down. Lovely work. Placing the hands down and coming forward, we're just going to walk the knees back a little, tuck the toes under, and we will rise up to dolphin Shishulasana. If you would like to observe for a moment, just in this position, Shishulasana dolphin, will be raising up in this way and then coming down. We're not holding for very long. Your forearms are your strength and your fingertips are activated, cupping through the palms. We inhale and exhale to lift the hips, our toes are tucked. Hips come up high and then we exhale down. So I'll observe now as you do this again. Inhale and then exhale to lift hips. Beautiful work, everyone, in our dolphin, bringing the shoulders over the elbows. Lovely work, exhaling down. And then rise up on the next inhale to find our 4 points. So we've splayed fingers, middle finger pointing forward, cupping through the palms, activating fingertips, and we'll find wrists and shoulders in alignment, knees and hips. Top of the feet down, and let's really focus on our neutral spine. So the belly isn't dropping down or lifting up in the neutral spine. We've got our chin tucked long through the back of the neck, crown to tailbone line of energy. Beautiful form, everyone. So on the inhale, we'll allow the throat to open and lift up, sit bones rise, belly drops down. And then we'll tuck toes, we'll flatten out the top of the feet as we curve into our cat spine. And now we'll tuck the toes and lift through the open throat. Gaze up and exhale. Let's move the other way. Really bringing those shoulder blades apart, rounding through the whole spine, and then flowing the other way on your inhale and exhale. And now we'll find a little intuitive movement that you're well used to, the way that your body wants to flow in this moment. Maybe it's hip rolling, or isolating the shoulders, shoulder blade retraction and protraction, melting heart down and then doming through the upper back, whatever feels good for you. Lovely work, beautiful fluid movement, everyone. So notice how it feels from the inside out. Your version of the shape is your beautiful version. We don't all have to look the same. So finding our stillness now in 4 points here. Let's thread the needle, Urdhva Mukha Pasasana. As we inhale, the right arm lifts and we open. We're keeping our hips fairly square. We exhale through and lay the shoulder down, back of the hand goes down, right cheek down, and we might be able to slide that left hand forward. We're breathing in and out through the nose. Hips are over the knees. Feel that lovely stretch through the right shoulder, traction through the back of the hand, drawing that shoulder back. And on the inhale, let's let the hips float back a little as we bring the left hand back, and inhale, right arm lifts up, exhaling down to the mat. Let's flow the other way. Inhale, left arm to sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Sliding the right hand forward, and we're focusing on the left shoulder, deltoid, rotator cuff. Beautiful. Inhale, the right arm back, and the left arm sweeps up, and exhaling back to our 4 points. Beautiful work, everyone. Let's pivot on the left knee so that it comes outside the mat as we extend the right leg And inhale the right arm up to sky. We'll be facing the long edge of the mat. Beautiful. On the inhale, we rise up to kneeling position with arms out, wingspan wide. Beautiful. And we'll exhale to our Parigasana gate as we reach down the right leg and lift the left arm up and over. Keep that left shoulder back. Draw up through the core. Beautiful. Inhale to wingspan and exhale to our extended side plank. Can you lift that right leg up this time, balancing? Would you like to take a bind, bending through that right knee and reaching back? Inhale here, and on the exhale, push into the hand, palm of the hand into the top of the foot, open through the heart. That shoulder really opens. Amazing, everyone. Beautiful. Checking the position of your neck is in alignment with your spine. Inhale, drop the knee, extend the leg, and exhale as we sweep back to center, bringing that knee back to center. Exhale to a narrow child pose. Maybe your arms come down beside and you've got the palms up and back of the hands down. Beautiful. Feeling into your intention for practice this morning. And rising up now on the inhale, lovelies. We'll pivot the other way. So the right knee pivots outside the long edge of the mat. Left leg extends and we inhale the left arm to sky. Lovely work. Exhale here. And on the next inhale, we rise up to kneeling, arms out wide. Exhale, left arm slides down the left leg. Right shoulder is well back. Heart melting forward. We're using our core, our internal and external obliques are really working here. We exhale down, lift that leg and inhale the left arm up now. So we can stay here, or if we want to bend the left knee and reach back to find the top of the foot for a bind. Inhale here, and on the exhale, push into the hand, hip opening forward, shoulder opening on the left side. Breathing in and out through the nose. Lovely work. Inhale, drop the knee, and exhale, sweep the left hand down and pivot back as we bring that left knee back to the right. Exhale down to child pose. We keep moving now as we inhale, rising up. Inhale the right leg out the back, toe towards the floor, foot is dorsiflexed and our hips are square. We're drawing up strongly through the core. And then we exhale and tiger curl. Inhale and open the body. Exhale and tiger curl. Inhale, open the body, and then straighten that leg out. Turn the hip to open the hip and bring that leg forward towards outside of the right hand. Beautiful work. It might be on the floor outside or it might be on the mat. Can you bring the weight forward and then slide that back knee back? The left knee is sliding back and we're finding ourselves in a low supported lunge or a low lizard. Let's exhale, bring this right toe up and sink the hips back. Tuck the chin and allow the body to fold forward. Inhale, come forward. And we'll exhale back to half Hanumanasana. We're stretching through the hamstring and flowing through that hip joint. Inhale forward, and we'll do that one more time. Beautiful. Finding our lizard again. So we might have hands to blocks here to bring the earth up to us. We don't have to, but it does allow for space through the upper body. Lovely work, everyone. So turning that left foot across the mat, it'll go behind this front foot. We'll pivot it behind the front foot. Lovely work. And we'll push that tricep against the inner aspect of the knee as we inhale and open in a low extended side angle. Beautiful work. So we're twisting here, We've got our right leg foot.
One.
Yeah, that's the one. Beautiful, beautiful work. Lovely. And then we'll exhale down. Hand comes to the block or the mat. Pivot that knee back to center, and then we'll inhale and open in an easy twist. Lovely work. And exhale down. Bringing the hips, floating the hips back and bringing that leg, you might like to float it out and around. And exhale down to our child pose. Just for an out breath, we'll inhale, rise on up. I'll just push my blocks to the front again. And we'll inhale that left leg out. Foot is flexed for a moment and we're just squeezing through the glute and the hamstring. We're keeping the hips very square to the mat so it's not opened out here. And then we'll exhale and tiger curl. Inhale and open. Exhale, tiger curl. Inhale, open. And then we'll turn that hip out, point the toe, and we might come up onto fingertips as we bring that leg right around outside the left hand. We walk the hands forward, slide the right knee back. Bring the shoulders away from the ears, hug the shoulder blades over the back of the heart, and we're opening through this hip flexor. Beautiful form, everyone. Got great space between. You might want to use your blocks as we exhale back to half Hanuman. And we inhale forward, floating hips, so we're flowing now forward and back. Exhaling as we come back. And inhaling as we come forward. One last time. Lovely work. Inhale, come forward. I'll remove my blocks. You might like to, actually I'll keep one. So we're going to shimmy that left foot in a little and then turn, pivot on that right knee so the foot comes perpendicular behind the left knee, and then we inhale that arm open. We do this standing in our extended side angle. As we exhale that hand down, maybe it's to a block or the mat, we straighten up both our legs are pointing forward. Beautiful. And we'll inhale to open the body. Beautiful. Exhale that hand back down. I'll remove blocks. And we'll inhale and bring the hips back a little as we exhale that left leg around and down to a child pose just for a moment. So focusing on our breath and noticing what thoughts are arriving, what emotions we're feeling without judging them. We're just cultivating presence for this moment, our body and our breath on the mat. Rising up on the inhale. We'll walk our hands forward and find our plank. So knees are back, float hips down, cup through the palms, anchor through the fingertips. Hips are in line with shoulders and shoulder blades hug over the back of the heart. We're drawing up strongly through Uddiyana Bandha and lifting through the perineum, Mula Bandha. Our Jalandhara is the chin tuck so that we lengthen out through the back of the neck. We're sealing our energy that we're cultivating here. Beautiful work. We'll tuck the right toe, lift the right knee, tuck left toe, lift the left knee, and we're in our plank. We're doming through the upper back slightly. Beautiful Phalakasana, everyone. Lovely work. Exhale and allow the hips to float up and back to our downward facing dog. And we'll walk the feet out and noticing how it feels to be in an inversion, not our first one. We've been in dolphin already, but our Adho Mukha Svanasana, noticing how it feels today. It's always different. Beautiful work. And now if there's any other feeling of movement that you would like to flow into, hips moving or maybe shoulders a little, just finding some free form. And then let's energize the heels towards the floor. Triceps magnetized toward each other, doming through the upper back. Let the head hang, lift the hips high, draw navel up. We're not flaring the ribs. Legs can be bent as much as they need, and we're looking for length in the back. Let's inhale to toes and cat spine forward. That was a long time in our down dog. Beautiful work, everyone. Balasana, knees down, untuck toes, inhale. Exhale through chaturanga, elbows in close to the body, whole body down, and we'll inhale to a baby cobra, bhujangasana. Exhale down. We're light through the fingers as we use our posterior chain to inhale up, so the back muscles are really working, elbows are tucked in. On the next inhale, we'll push right back and tuck toes to our down dog again. Lovely work, everyone. Let's find stillness if you feel to. Feet are hip width apart, heels energized toward the earth, and hips are lifted high. Draw in that navel. Beautiful work, everyone. Let's inhale right leg to three-leg dog. And exhale knee to nose. Bring the weight forward and tuck the chin. Inhale, leg goes high, and we exhale, knee to right elbow. Lovely work. Inhale again, and exhale the knee across the body to the left elbow. Twist through the middle, beautiful. Inhale tall, and exhale that foot down to downward dog. Inhale to toes, cat spine forward. We're moving through a vinyasa flow. If you feel warm enough for full chaturanga, please go ahead. Otherwise, knees down, untuck toes, elbows in close. Inhale cobra, or maybe upward facing dog now, with the thighs off and the back, top of the feet down. Exhale back to down dog. Beautiful, everyone. Let's take a big breath in here and a smooth breath out. We'll inhale left leg to sky, three leg, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana, and then exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Beautiful. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhaling three leg, and we cross it over the body to the right elbow. Amazing. Inhale tall, and exhale down. We're going to flow again in your own flow. I'm inhaling to toes, cat spining forward. I find high plank. I go to my knees, untuck toes, inhale. You can go to child pose at any time through our practice, beauties. Inhale cobra or upward facing dog, and we'll all sink back to child pose for a moment. Beautiful. So yes, have a drink if we need a drink. Lovely. Okay, everyone. Let's find our way to the top of the mat. You could simply step up to the top of the mat if you would like to. I'm going to find a down dog, exhaling my hips up, floating them up, and then inhale to toes, gaze forward and tippy toe right up to the top of the mat, coming to fingertips and exhaling down. We'll inhale to Ardha Uttanasana and exhale to Uttanasana, hands beside the feet, tuck the chin, navel to spine. Bend through the knees and inhale, sweep arms up and around. Maybe a gentle back bend, hands come to Anjali Mudra, exhale down through heart center, and we'll find Tadasana, bringing the shoulders back and down. Let's lift our toes and place them down one at a time. Our feet are as wide as our hips, and we're anchoring through middle of the heel at the back, the big toe mound, little toe mound, lifting and energizing through the inner aspect of the arches of the feet and the inner thighs, softening through the knees slightly and allowing the tailbone to just drop down towards the earth as we draw up through Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha at the belly, Jalandhara, our chin tuck, Shoulders squeezing together at the back and opening through the heart center. Tall through the crown. Strong mountain pose. Beautiful. Are we ready to flow through Sun Sao B? Let's do that. Inhaling to our chair. We reach forward, sink hips back. Shoulder blades and shoulder heads away from ears. Can you see your toes past your knees? Beautiful. Exhale down to a forward fold. Inhale to a half lift, long straight back. Exhale, hands come down, right leg comes back, and then the left leg comes back as well to our plank. Here is a flow, or you can go straight to down dog if you feel. So I've got knees down, untucked toes, inhale, exhale down, inhale to upward facing dog and exhale to down dog. We inhale here and exhale. On the inhale, raise the right leg to three-leg dog. Stepping through, hands will frame. We might need a couple of steps to find that place. Find our stability through our feet. Maybe you shimmy that foot a little wider. Beautiful work. And then rising up as we turn that back foot to 45 degrees to Virabhadrasana 1. Tuck the tailbone down, heart melting forward, shoulders away from ears but reaching tall. Beautiful. Exhale down. Inhale that leg back to our plank. It's another flow. Knees down, untucked toes. Inhale, exhale through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale to down dog. And we'll inhale straight away. Left leg rises to three leg. Exhale through to find our warrior one, and inhaling arms sweep up. Lovely work, everyone. Beautiful. Exhale down, bringing that foot back on the inhale. We exhale down through our chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog, and let's exhale back to down dog. We'll find our way to the top of the mat, inhaling and walking forward, or a knee bend and jumping through. Inhale to the half lift. Beautiful. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bend through the knees and undulate the spine up and around. In our reverse swan, a little back bend. Exhale down and we'll find Samasthehi, equal balance, poise and balance. So take a moment to feel your breath, feel how it feels inside the body. Well done. Strong work, everyone. Let's flow into, let's see where we flow with the time that we have. Coming to Tadasana, we'll inhale to find our chair. Sweeping forward, sinking those hips back, drawing up through the spine, lifting arms tall. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale the right elbow forward. Yes, beautiful work. And then exhale, bring it around outside the left knee and lift that left elbow towards the sky. Bring the right knee back. It tends to come forward. Keep the hips square. We're turning our gaze to that left side. We might have a block handy. If we don't, it's okay. We open the arms perhaps. Maybe we're pushing that tricep against the knee, on the outside of the knee. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale here. On the next inhale, we bring hands together and sweep them back to center. Place the hands down and step the right leg back in our low supported lunge. Beautiful work, everyone. Turning that back foot to 45 degrees, we'll inhale to warrior one. Shoulders drop down and our hips are square to the front of the mat. Check that knee hasn't dropped in. We'll sweep hands down on the exhale and shimmy the back foot to 90 degrees. Our lunge may be deeper and we check the knee hasn't rotated internally. Check that back arm is in line with the front arm. Hips are square to the long edge of the mat. Beautiful work. Exhale, lean forward. And inhale, right arm comes down the back leg and we're opening to exalted warrior. And then we exhale down to find our extended side angle with that right arm sweeping up and under and then over, reaching long. So this is what we did when we were in the kneeling position on the mat. Keep that right shoulder back. Beautiful work. Inhale, back to our warrior two. Exhale forward and inhale again to our exalted or reverse warrior, and then straighten that front leg. You'll be very happy to straighten that front leg. Our reverse Trikonasana. Inhale, that arm comes forward, and we're going to find Trikonasana as we keep this front leg straight, but a micro bend at the knee so we're not overextending. Inhale and slide the ribs forward, then exhale and open the body. Maybe you have a block for your fingers to come to here, or maybe you're just reaching to the inner lower leg. Amazing, beautiful work, everyone. Lovely open bodies. Bend through that front knee slightly and sweep the right hand down, pivoting on the right foot. We inhale to an easy twist. We did this on kneeling as well. Lovely. Exhale, hand down inside the left foot. And then shimmy that left foot out a little as we find Uttan Tristasan and move the hips a little. This is our lizard shape, and we're just moving, stretching into that right iliopsoas, the hip flexor. Beautiful work. Lovely. Finding stillness now. We're going to place the knee down for a moment, untuck the toe, sink hips back in our one exhale here. Coming forward, we're going to bring that left hand in outside the left foot now, tuck the back toe, and if you will observe for a moment, we're going to sweep up to a standing splits. So it will look like this. I'm coming onto my fingertips. You could use blocks. I'll use blocks just to demonstrate. We're going to lift that back knee, let the hips swing back, and then lift the knee in to tuck, and then lift it straight up. Chin tuck for our standing splits. Let's go with that one, shall we? So tuck the back toe, lift the knee, sink the hips back a little, inhale, and then on the exhale come forward with that knee crunching in, and inhale the leg high, chuck the chin in. Maybe you're checking your balance by using one hand to the back of the calf, or maybe two. So our feet are at the front of the mat. Beautiful work. Exhaling down, foot comes beside the left one. Inhale to a half lift and exhale, forward fold. Let's really let ourselves hang here in the forward fold for a moment. So our knees can be well bent. We might like to take elbows, let the head really hang, and we're feeling it in the hamstrings, not the lower back. Bend the knees as much as we need. Lovely work. Releasing our bind. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana, long straight back, tuck the chin, draw up through navel. Exhale down to Uttanasana, and we'll bend the knees and inhale up and around the body, and exhale down through heart center. Lovely work. Samasthehi, our equal balance and poise. Notice how you're feeling with that very strong work, beautiful work. We're still breathing Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose, and we'll flow on the other side. So from Tadasana, shoulders back and down, drawing strongly through the corset. We inhale to our chair, holding in Utkatasana, our awkward pose. Strength through the legs and through the arms, reaching up. Exhale to Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. We place hands down and step the left leg back, turning it out 45 degrees. We're finding Virabhadrasana, Warrior One. We inhale up, open the heart, drop the shoulders, tailbone drops down slightly, hips square, excellent. Exhale down, arms float out, and we shimmy that back foot back a little. We're checking the right knee hasn't moved inwards, shoulders drop down. Feel the pulse of prana through the body. We're not rigid in our asanas. Exhale forward, ribs slide over hips. Inhale, an exalted warrior. Exhale to our warrior two. Lovelies, I've just forgotten where we went, so let's take just a little moment. We did extended side angle, didn't we? So let's move back to our reverse warrior. Inhale, reverse warrior. Float that right arm down, and inhale then the next left arm sweeps up, forward. Maybe it goes straight up, or maybe we're reaching towards the front of the room, keeping that left shoulder back. Beautiful, everyone. Lovely, open heart. Inhale back to our warrior two, and reverse warrior on the next inhale, straightening out that front leg now. So we're in reverse trikonasana. We exhale, arms down, almost to our 5-point star. Slide as we exhale, ribs over hips, and then inhale, lift that left arm up, open the body to the side in our triangle position. Check that that right knee isn't hyperextended, just a gentle bend at the knee. And we're trying to keep a very slim silhouette. Beautiful. Inhale and bend that knee at the front. Exhale, sweep the hand down and pivot on the back foot. Inhale the right arm up in our easy twist. Exhale inside the right foot, shimmy it out. We're in lizard and we're moving the hips as we feel to. Finding stillness now, we'll place the knee down, untuck toe. Inhale here, up onto fingertips, and exhale just for one half Hanumanasana. Inhale, come forward and bring the right hand outside the right foot now. Tuck the back toe and lift the knee at the back. Remember we did our standing splits. You might be using your blocks to assist. So the knee is up, we sink the hips back, and then we bring the knee forward, tucking, and then on the inhale, we lift that leg as high as we can as we tuck the chin. Beautiful work. We're not holding our breath. Amazing, everyone. And exhale down to meet that right foot. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend through the knees and inhale the arms up and around the body. And exhale down to heart center. Beautiful. Well, you'll be pleased to know that it's cool down time. Fabulous work, everyone. Okay. Let's just make our way down in any way that you feel to lying on our belly. So I'm just going to place my hands down, step back, step back. If you need to place a jacket on already, it's probably a good idea. And we're just going to open up into our yoga melt. So belly down, and place the left cheek down and wingspan the arms open. So often we do the scorpion at the beginning of our practice, but if you feel to follow into this lovely hip and shoulder opening, I love to do this one at the end of practice as well. So we've all got our left cheek down, we'll bring the right hand in beside the right shoulder. We'll bend through the right knee and flex that foot. And as we push up through the right hand, we'll walk the left hand away from the body, so we've got more opening through that left shoulder as we let the right leg come up over the left leg toward the floor. So we're opening through right hip and left shoulder. And just finding your natural breath cycle now. We'll inhale and bring that knee back over, and exhale, extend the right arm out and bring the left one in, right cheek comes down. Elbow towards the ceiling as we bend through that left knee. Inhale as we lift the knee up and push through the left hand. Walk the right fingers away from the body as the foot finds the floor behind us. Inhale and bring the knee up. Exhale and place the knee down, and we'll bring hands in beside the body, elbows straight back. We push on up and we'll find our seat, bringing both feet around, both legs straight out in front to find Dandasana, our staff pose. Hands beside hips, fingers splayed, elbows pointing straight back, chin is tucked, all our bandhas are activated, lifting through the crown in our strong Dandasana. Our core is really working here, our postural muscles. Let's inhale, arms tall, shoulders down, and we'll exhale and tilt at the hip forward. We'll go halfway and then inhale again and exhale, folding forward and allowing the whole body to rest down in whatever place you find yourself. You might use a block to assist, or maybe even in front of the feet, relaxing, feeling the stretch through the lower back, all the back of the legs, tucking the chin, relaxing the shoulders. Beautiful work. Inhaling, we rise up, and we'll have a block handy. We'll use our elbows just to allow us to sink back down to our nearly resting pose. But before we do, let's draw knees in and give ourselves a lovely hug, keeping the shoulders on the mat this time. And then perhaps Ananda Balasana, our blissful baby, hugging those shoulder blades down and drawing the knees towards the underarms as we take hold of either the feet or the ankles, maybe our trousers. Beautiful work. Maybe you like to open one leg out and then the other as we rock from side to side. We've got a long back of the neck by tucking the chin. That lengthens out the whole spine through to the head. And then we'll bring the feet back together and the soles of the feet come down as wide as the mat, letting the knees kiss in our restorative dancer pose. Let the shoulder blades melt down, and we're really slowing down now. We'll just lengthen that left leg down along the mat and draw the right knee up towards the body, left arm to the outside of that right knee, right arm opening out, plugging the right shoulder towards the earth. Supine lateral twist, Supta Matsyendrasana. Feeling a lovely opening through that right shoulder and across the right hip. We inhale back to center. Lay that leg long, bend through the left knee, reach with the right arm to the outside of the knee and bring it across the body. As we palm up, open that left shoulder, aiming to keep the shoulder down on the mat as we draw that leg across. Noticing our natural cycle of breath now and feeling into the body as it cools down and slows down. Noticing thoughts, feeling emotions with gentle witnessing. We inhale back to center and lay that leg long down the mat. We'll find our block now as we walk the feet back, ankles, knees and hips in alignment, as we find our bridge long through the back of the neck, tucking the chin. Let's inhale, the belly expands. Exhale, navel to spine. And on the next inhale, we lift the hips up, pushing through the feet, place the block under the sacrum. The bony triangle at the bottom of the spine. Just check that's in the right position. Reshuffle shoulders. And maybe once we've found our supported bridge, we inhale, arms up and over. Perhaps you like to walk the legs out, opening through the hip flexors even more. Beautiful. So if you find yourself moving towards a bigger in-breath, allow that to happen. That's a physiological sigh. Is one of the quickest, fastest ways to come to nervous system regulation. So if you find that bigger in-breath arriving, and let it out. Lovely work. If you are on the lower height of your block, you may wish to walk hands back or leave them where they are. Bring the feet back towards your hips and extend the legs straight up above the hips in Viparita or Viparita Karani. So legs extended straight up if you feel to. Beautiful restorative shape that we can do at home, against the wall, anytime, or with a block. So bringing the feet down now, just taking a moment to recalibrate there. Feet on the mat, and we'll lift the hips up, remove our block, and here is where we'll find blankets, maybe a bolster under the knees if you feel, maybe a cushion to the head, or maybe no props and your Shavasana resting pose. Now, if anyone would like an eye pillow, because I need the lights on for now, but if you would, just let me know. Yes. Yeah. So noticing that natural breath and feeling, well, I'm encouraging that you might be feeling, but whatever you are feeling is perfect. Hopefully it's a feeling of satisfaction and that sattvic yogic state of completion and journeying through your practice. Now with your natural breath, allowing the shoulders to relax, allowing the hips to soften, and your breath to just be what it is. Noticing how you're feeling with that divine neutrality, and allowing thoughts to float and drift away as you come back to where you are in this present moment. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I will offer you a warm embrace, make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, when there's no one there to dry your tears, I have loved you for 1,000,000 years and made you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I could never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue. I'd go sailing down the avenue. There is nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Beauties, as we start now to take sipping breaths in through the nose, filling up, and then a top up, out through the mouth. We're starting to move hands and feet, fingers and toes, rolling ankles and wrists. Just gentle movements, awakening the body. If you feel ready to inhale, arms up overhead, stretching the whole body long, pointing toes. And then we'll exhale, arms come down, walking the feet back. Hugging knees into the heart space, gentle rocking. And when we roll onto our side, we'll take 3 or 4 full rounds of breath before coming to seat. And rising up to our seat now. Just taking any shape that feels comfortable, that we can have a tall spine, shoulders relaxed back and down. We might like to take Dhyana Mudra again for a moment. That beautiful one that, well, I always use in meditation. It's just the most calming gesture, sacred gesture that I have found. So as we contemplate our practice and the energy we're taking with us into the day, we have our sacred boundaries, and we allow our presence to be that beautiful emanation in our word, thought and deed. Let's inhale, arms up and around the body, preparing to chant one beautiful Om as we exhale out through the mouth. And bowing to our beautiful sacred heart. Namaste.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.